Hi guys, so I'm just doing this is my server slash workstation in the background setup, and basically this server mainly is for Plex. My NAS duties have been moved to something else, and it's my print server and other stuff, but and like testing machine kind of, cause this is just the Windows 10 VM that's running on that's running on top of Proxmox. So I passed through the webcam, and I also passed through some workstation stuff to have a workstation here. I can also remote in with a vSphere on my desktop. So this is basically this desktop. So there's a Stream Deck that's passed through, and my drawing tablet that's passed through for drawing specific stuff. And I can also go back into stuff. So let me just show you what my Stream Deck looks like. So, oops, I just opened up something else. So if you can see, this is the Stream Deck. It is sleep, which is because this VM runs 24/7. And my Plex VM runs in another machine that has my Plex VM is passed through another machine with a Quadro P2000 in there, and my 1660 Super is passed in to this Windows 10 VM. The Plex is running there. Print server is running on a Linux virtual machine, but I'm just talking about my this machine right here, which I gave 32 gigs of RAM. So because there's 120 gigs in total on this machine. So on this server, so what I'm going to show you is there's a sleep button, the Windows folder, because I don't have anything right here to actually load. Here's OBS. Here is the stop button and slash record button for OBS. Here's a pause and unpause button. So when I press that button on the Stream Deck, as you saw, OBS pause, which it doesn't look like to you. It just stopped and I started talking again. So the mute is for muting the mic, which I'm going to do in 3, 2. It muted the microphone, and you can see it down there. And then the desktop mute, which is right here, it mutes the desktop audio. And then the next button right next to it there, right here, is hide and unhide webcam. So it hides and unhides my webcam. So here's unhide, here's hide. So I just basically put all my scenes for this specific computer on one scene. This is for recording tutorials and also testing software and stuff. So then you see the on and off button, which is just a hotkey for F121, which if I press cursor highlight, I showed this in a video before. So cursor highlight just allows me to have a cursor highlight. When I left click, it's blue. When I right click, it's red. And then when I basically press the off button, it just turns off the cursor, turn on again. And that's how my OBS is set up. I don't have multiple scenes on here. I was trying to work out on having to have 2 different desktops recordings, but I changed my recording. I changed it so my secondary monitors, the one over here and here, are the one over here, and the one over here is in portrait. So, and then the webcam's in the center, and you can see the thing right here. So, and over here, so over here and over here are speakers. I had them literally right here and right here. right beside my arms, and they were taking up more space. I just put stands on top of the desk, and so it's a little bit higher than I would like them to be, but they're in there, so they're there. So because I was gonna get some Cherokee rockets for back here, and then hook and put them onto stand and move them further that way, but basically now I have a way of actually having access to my Blu-ray drive that's over there, and I can basically lean over and press the eject button, if I can say it. I can eject it over here, and also I can put in a disc above that for the DVD drive. I also have a NAS that's basically just for this. Not, it doesn't include my Plex storage, because my Plex storage is on a virtual machine on another so I have two Plex servers. This one right here that you see in this video is just for test purposes, for actually video purposes, and I have a Plex server that I have specifically just for that has my data stored on there. So this one that you see right here is there for testing, and I use an external hard drive with some test media plugged into a USB port that's passed through on this motherboard to have access to basically do stuff about Plex that I haven't really did yet. Been trying to work on having a way of setting that up. And then my actual personal Plex server is running on a virtual machine inside of on a Windows 10 VM on here, and then not on this machine, but on this machine, but on a Windows, the latest Windows 10. I think it's 20H1. I think it is one of the later versions, and what was it called? The Windows. There's a Windows 11 test machine just for testing Windows 11 on this hardware, and then I have another like public Plex server that I use that's in my garage for running running other like non-personal media, because this is just for the one I run here is for my personal media. So the public Plex server is running a Xeon dual CPU system with a LSI external HBA that goes to 2 disk shelves, 12-bay disk shelves, and they're full of 10 terabyte hard drives. I've actually downgraded those from 2 different servers with 2 different disk shelves to 1 server with bigger hard drives. So right now they're using 16 terabyte hard drives. They were using 8 terabyte hard drives. I upgraded them to 16 terabytes, and they're going to be bigger soon, because I had some other ones in there, and they were showing errors. They were SAS drives that were showing errors, so I replaced them with SATA disk. They were cheaper at the time, and there's a Quadro P4000 in there, and not a Quadro RTX P4000. And it's running a version of what was it? The last version it was running Unraid, latest version of Unraid on there. and it has the unlimited drive disk with 2 parity drives on there. So yeah, so that's just that's a public Plex server. The private Plex server I'm running on a VM. It's just for my personal anime media and other movie media that I actually enjoy. And the public one is on its own public, is on its own ISP, on its own separate ISP, so it doesn't get interrupted. So it doesn't interrupt my bandwidth inside of here, and it doesn't interrupt the bandwidth in there. So if this ISP's bandwidth goes actually down, so if this ISP go actually down in here, the 2 ISPs that are in there would continue running. So if one of them failed in there, then the other one would actually pick up as a failover. So in turn, if either one of them goes out, it goes to a backup one, and then just in case both of those go actually out, I have a cable going from here through a modem through a power over Ethernet adapter to out there to a WAN port on the switch. So it has complete connection. So if those 2 fail, then it comes from here to like there and picks up data until those 2 are detected again. So yeah, hope that's just a personal, like, most of the stuff I show in here is just for personal stuff, but stuff out there, I can make a video that if you like see it, but most people really don't care about Plex. Most people care about Jellyfin, or they care about Jellyfin, or they care about NB. But Plex is kind of, if you have a lifetime pass, it's worth it. If you're paying monthly, it's not really worth it. But I recommend, if you don't have a lifetime pass for Plex, go for Jellyfin, because it's the newer one. It has better features than Plex. But if you have a lifetime pass, then just keep using Plex. And the lifetime pass is like $119, which is a pretty good deal for what you get for actually Plex. But if you don't care about having, cause if you care about more like free features, and Jellyfin's the better version of a streaming, of like a media streaming server, versus Plex, which is better they have better technical support, and they also have better they have a better app, specifically a better Android and iOS app, but because Jellyfin doesn't have a really good one that I know about. So thanks for watching. Bye.